Okay, I have officially ended week 3 of P90X, and so that ended with a stretching thing. And just kind of just some brief summary. So I'm down 5 pounds, like at 185 and a half, floating around in there. Like I mentioned in one of the things I wrote, I can definitely tell a difference in the mirror. It is subtle, and the way that I really hate the way my body does this, but because it's not just this even sort of all over leaning. I seem to lean from the top down. Like my face will get a little thinner, and then from the chest down. And so what happens is you get this, kind of down and then boop, right around the waist, as it's all just like that's the last to go. Right around the midsection is the last to go. So it's very, to me, it's just like we got to get rid of this. But week 3 has always traditionally been one of those weeks of frustration for me, and this is not the case this time. Normally week 3 is like I feel like I should be getting further, something. But this time I'm feeling really good about where I am. I mean, and especially knowing I've still got 9 more weeks of work, and then I think there's actually a 13th week that's going to be much like next week. Next week is recovery week, and it goes something like tomorrow I'll do yoga, and then there's something called Course Energetics, which I don't know anything about that yet. And then I think the Kenpo X again, and then another stretching, and then yoga, then Course Energetics, and then maybe stretching again, something along those lines. And then, and that doesn't in any way occur to me as being an easy week, because yoga is tough and it's 90 minutes, and don't know anything about that Course Energetics, but it looks pretty. I think it's pretty intense. And then the next week we kick into like twice a day workouts, where there's a whole cardio thing in the morning that I haven't looked at. It's another whole DVD. And then there's new DVDs with different, basically strength training exercises, mixing up the body parts differently. So that'll be new. I mean, his whole thing is muscle confusion. So it's very much like he says, just when you think you're getting in the groove, which is exactly what I was thinking, they change it up. So, but in any case, I do. Oh, and my meal plan changes starting tomorrow too. More carbs. There's up the carb. The calories are the same, but the macronutrient ratios change, so there's more carbs. So there's like oatmeal, pasta, things like that in the mix. So anyway, lots of variety. Continues to be fun. I do enjoy it, even though sometimes in the middle I hate it. But of the workouts themselves, and I wouldn't even say hate it. I mean, it's just like, wow, I'm going to be really happy when this is over. That's more the feeling. So I still have no idea, like with this rate of progress with weight loss or whatever, how the body composition is going to change, what a final weight goal might be. At this point, I'm just kind of playing it just day by day, and just keep trying to bring it and have fun with it. So anyway, and the only other thing I'll note that I have mentioned, I guess a couple of times already, but I'll mention it again, is just that I think what I'm most pleased about is that I've definitely clicked over. Like I did in the first 2 years of workouts, where there's just nothing that's going to, have me miss a meal or, miss a workout or any of that stuff. And I've got a challenge coming up here in a couple of weeks because I've been called into jury duty. So unless I can somehow be excused or they don't need me, that's going to be an interesting week of July 19th. Trying to get 2 workouts a day and eating every 3 hours. So we'll see. So that would be the biggest bump in there. But in terms of a mindset, getting like, oh, I really want that. Again, as long as I stay on top of my meals and all that stuff, I never have cravings for anything. 2 days ago, my daughter had to go to the hospital for something. She's fine. But it kind of messed with my meal thing, so I had to have a bar, and that would have, like a protein bar, and that was my second bar for the day. So overall, my calories were low that day. And so when I came home from the hospital, my other daughter was actually baking a cake, because she does that for friends. And I was looking at that cake going, oh, I could so eat some cake. But that's like the only time I've had that, and it's only when I haven't really just kept up with eating the amount of calories and that kind of stuff. So as long as I stay on track, cravings are not an issue at all. Being hungry is not an issue at all. So again, I'm just feeling really good about it. Week 4, bring it.